Good day everyone, welcome to our chemistry lesson. We are learning about chemical reactions. Our objectives today is to describe the reactivity series of metals, describe the reactions of metals with water, air, steam and dilute acids, write equations for the reactions of metals with oxygen, dilute acids and water. So for us to understand how metals react with water, dilute acids, steam, we have to understand the trend that is there in the periodic table for metals. Metals generally have a trend that is there. So as we go down the group, we can see from the arrows that are there that as you go down the group, you've got the ionization energy decreasing. So allow me to explain that one. I hope we can all see where I'm reading from. So I'm saying here it is written that ionization energy decreases as you go down, showed by that arrow. So in the periodic table, we've got what we call the groups. So from there, we've got group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, all up to group number 18. So as you go down the group, ionization energy decreases. The ionization energy helps metals to react with other elements. So if the ionization energy is low, it means the reactivity of a metal is very low. So for those groups, it means as you go down the group, since we are saying ionization energy decreases, it starts from higher to low. So as you go down the group, the reactivity series will increase. So the metal that is at the top is very reactive, and the metal that is at the bottom in the groups is the less reactive. Then we've got also what we call the periods. So as you go across the group, we've got what we call the periods. So there is a relationship that is written there about the period. It is written that ionization energy increases as you go across the period. I guess you can all see where I'm reading from here. It says that ionization energy increases. So if the ionization increases, it means as you go across the period, the reactivity series of metals will also increase. So it's a direct proportional relationship between ionization energy and the reactivity series. The increase in ionization energy means the increase in the reactivity series. So let us continue and with our objectives. So we're saying from all those elements that are there, all those metals that are there, we can compile what we call a reactivity series. So let us move on to our reactivity series. So there is our reactivity series with many metals for us to memorize. So all of us have to know the reactivity series in that order before entering the ZIMSEC examination. So I will help you memorize those the reactivity series. So from lithium all the way down up to potassium, we're saying the reactivity series decreases. So what it means is that in our periodic table, lithium is the most reactive metal in this periodic table. It means lithium is the most reactive metal. So for us to memorize this one, we've got this stupid sentence which says lazy people should come maybe after zinc, identify lead, hydrogen, copper. It can take you about 5 minutes to memorize this one, but if you memorize that sentence, you're good to go with the reactivity series of metals. So all the alphabet in those words represent an element. For example, if you go to lazy, the letter L represent lithium. So we've got lithium, P for potassium, S for sodium, C for calcium, M for magnesium, as you go on. So if you memorize that sentence, it will help you actually memorize the reactivity series, because you have to know it by head. So for us to understand this one, we're saying the most reactive metal will easily react with water in its liquid state. So when water is in its liquid state, it also possesses a very, very low energy. Therefore, it's hard for it to take part in chemical reactions. But the most reactive metals like lithium, potassium, and sodium will definitely react with water. If we just warm up water and give it a little bit of energy, they can make reactions. So we are saying for us to describe those are the reactions of metals with water, with steam, with water, air, steam, and direct acids. We have to know that the elements that are at the top of the reactivity series are the most reactive one. So let us move on to the reactions of metal with steam and water. So in our example, we're going to use calcium. So we're saying that is the experimental setup of how calcium will react with water. So calcium will just need us to heat up water just a little bit to give water energy, and then that's how we're going to set up the experiment. So we're going to need a beaker, a funnel, a boiling tube, and water. So let us move on to the reaction of calcium and water and see how